Now you see them and now you don't. We've blurred the video because the trio hasn't been charged yet. But you can't miss that distinctive blue wig and the massive tab they left behind.
The server went to the table. They asked for the ticket to be split. She left from this table behind me to a few steps away, clicked the button. As she left, they got up one at a time and walked out.
And then when something happens to one of these people, their parents are going to be the same ones on the TV crying out police brutality, that their child was such a good kid, you know, the usual BS. But all the people who say police are just out here killing people, more specifically people of color, come to the front, please. Despite being attacked, these police showed heavy restraint. Now just imagine the level of outrage if these cops would have ran over, or even worse, shot some of these people. There'll be stores being looted and burned down as I speak. Now, I'm not saying that these people deserve to be harmed. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I want to call out the hypocrisy. Now, we all know that NYPD can be assholes sometimes, but stuff like this is totally uncalled for. And for all of you criminal advocates out there, imagine if this was your neighborhood and they was doing this to your car. And if you don't think they would do it to you, then you are an idiot. Salute to the men and women of the NYPD, because there's no amount of money that you can pay me to deal with people like this at all. But side note, why was that kid humping the front of the police car? One question: who the fuck is raising these kids? No, I need to know who's raising these kids. Is this my generation? Right? Because I'm a millennial parent. Are these our kids doing this? Let me take a quick second to be transparent with you all. Yes, I was a bit rowdy in my younger years, but never like this. Videos like this affirm my decision to avoid any and all areas frequented by anyone under the age of 18. Because these kids is crazy. Just a bunch of wild, unhinged animals with no sense of right and wrong. Like, they're just out here just reinforcing the shit out of them stereotypes. Could you imagine just shopping with your family like a normal person, and then you see some shit like this? How would you react?
Days ago, 3 women from Rochester, New York were here in Chicago to celebrate a birthday and left behind one heck of a surprise. They decided to dine and dash after greasing their fingers on chicken wings, eating Alfredo, and washing it all down with
Greasing their fingers is crazy. They had to put that in there.
Flights of drinks. Now you see them and now you don't. We've blurred the video because the trio hasn't been charged yet. But you can't miss that distinctive blue wig.
You know they black. You can tell they black from the blue wig alone.
And the massive tab they left behind.
The server went to the table. They asked for the ticket to be split. She left from this table behind me to a few steps away, clicked the button. As she left, they got up one at a time and walked out.
3 days ago, the three women from Rochester, New York visited Soul Vibes in the Near North neighborhood to celebrate a birthday and left behind a surprise, an unpaid tab of over $200.
And they actually ran out the door and ran and hid behind a service vehicle that was in traffic.
They decided to dine and dash after devouring chicken wings, Alfredo, and washing it all down with flights of drinks.
It's not violent, but it's a crime, and it affects us, and it affects our bottom dollar, and it affects our team members.
They were spotted on surveillance, leaving one by one within 30 seconds of the server stepping away. They also forgot that they signed up on the wait list before being seated, including their name and phone number. And to add insult to injury, they posted this onto social media, thanking the restaurant for the free food, while laughing at waitstaff like Chloe Jackson.
I'm here 3 days a week.
Their greedy crime comes with a much heavier cost.
Some places do make the servers come out and pay for those bills, but Fab and Soul Vibes here, they don't make us pay for it. Well, that's really grateful because $300, $400 could really break our bank for that day.
Sadly, dine and dash incidents are on the rise. The owners run 2 Soul Vibes locations and 3 I Can't Believe It's Not Meat restaurants. And in the last 6 months, they've seen an uptick in these type of incidents. These are just a few of the incidents they've recorded.
It's an industry of pennies and nickels. So when you get these dine and dash incidences, you know what I mean? You know, the consumer or the people that are doing.
As big as she is, she out here dining and dashing. You can't make this up.
This dine and dash might think, oh, it's just $100. Yeah, but it's hurting the bottom line.
Now, a police report was made. Chicago police are now investigating. If charged, the suspects could face a Class A misdemeanor for theft of services under the amount of $500. That's punishable by up to 1 year in jail and a $2,500 fine.
Oh my God. Black people will always be the downfall of other black people. It never fails. Like, it never fails at all. Just embarrassing as hell. And then black people wonder why people don't want to serve them or want them in their establishments. Shit, if I was the owner, I wouldn't want people like that in my shit either. I'm judging. I don't give a fuck. Be mad all you want to. I'm judging the fuck out of you. If you look a certain way, I don't want you in my shit. The crazy thing is, right? Black people know how hard it is for other black people in this country, and yet they still do stuff like this to one another, almost exclusively to one another. It's insane. We need to bring shame back. These are the same type of women who be on social media bragging about how well they're doing in life while posting their fake hair, their fake nails, and their ass out. We all know the type. Anybody who's been on social media for more than 5 seconds, you know who I'm talking about. But side note, I didn't know that some restaurants make the servers pay for the meal of the people who dine and dash. What the fuck kind of shit is that? So you're telling me that because I serve these people who I had no idea who was going to eat and run, I have to cover their tab? Are you on fucking drugs? Fuck no. They would have to fire me. Hell no. Because that is incredibly unfair. Bad enough they pay these servers far under minimum wage. And on top of that, they doing stuff like this. But I have a question. Would you try to kill your mother if she turned off the Wi-Fi? Well, these 3 teens did just that. The video is on your screen. It was insane.